What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with a brand new episode of the SFL. That is right, the Smallz Football League. Only 3 more weeks left here in season number 1 of the SFL. Time sure does fly when you're having fun. Took us long enough, but we are finally playing some competent football. Last week, we dispatched a playoff-bound team in the Sacramento Sharks 37-17. They had superstar X Factor subscriber Blake Miser and also subscriber safety Billy Bob Joe. Today, we take on a team for the very first time in this series. That would be the Fort Worth Rough Riders over in the NFC East. They got a worse record than us, as a matter of fact, and they also have a brand new subscriber joining the league today. So in today's episode, guys, we have actually 4 new subscribers joining the league. Thank you guys so much for the engagement. We are now at 63 total subscribers here in the SFL. That is awesome. You guys are awesome. So we are going to take a look at those new subscribers, and we are also going to check out this Fort Worth Rough Riders squad, see what we are up against in today's action. We got a lot to get into today. Cue the intro, man. And first up here, we got a brand new subscriber on our team, the Tuscaloosa Terminators. If you guys remember, DeAndre Hopkins was giving us some fits. He was saying he wasn't happy. Well, guess what, DeAndre? You're gone. No longer on this squad. We now have a brand new subscriber wide receiver in Jake Powers. So shout out at JK down there in the comments. Going to be joining fellow subscriber receiver Ty Huntington. And Jake is a 6'8", 265-pound deep threat. That is absolutely crazy, out of Minnesota. And Jake is going to be getting the high points thrown his way with that 99 speed to go along with 96 jumping. That's absolutely crazy. And he can also catch the ball at a very high rate as well with the 91 catching. We were definitely getting DeAndre Hopkins in press situations and throwing him up those high points. I would say 50-50, the times that he actually came down with that. But I expect Jake Powers here to be mossing DBs with regularity. And as always, guys, if you would like to join the SFL as a creative player, check the pinned comment there down below. It's got all the information I would need to add you into the league. Also, check out the official SFL Discord. A link is in the description. I got to update that. I know. I'm going to work on that tonight, as a matter of fact. And also check out the channel memberships if you would like your player to have Superstar or Superstar X Factor development, as well as some other perks as well. But we got a new wide receiver on the Kissimmee Crocs. First time someone joined this team, and that would be Mr. Blake Altenhofen. So shout out at Blake Altenhofen 182 down there in the comments. Going to be catching passes from none other than Patrick Mahomes. So Blake already set up for success, I would say. And he is a 6'2", 190-pound receiver out of Kansas. Look at those Crocs uniforms, man. Those are fresh, if I do say so myself. And if you guys don't know, I made all 32 teams here. So check out the first video in the playlist if you would like to see them all. But Blake is a route running technician, I would say. Really good in any situation. 90 short route, 92 medium route running, 90 deep route, also 30, it doesn't have 30 speed. That would be cheeks, if I do say so. 93 speed, so he is definitely a playmaker. And looking for Blake to make an immediate impact here, joining the SFL. Also got a new quarterback on the Edmonton Coyotes. Going to be playing alongside subscriber wide receiver here, Timmy Winfield, and that would be Caden Haskins Jr. So shout out at Really Mamba down there in the comments. Caden is a 6'5", 230-pound scrambler / improviser QB out of Ole Miss. And looking at his stats, he definitely is an improviser. 94 throw on the run, and he can also throw the ball with that 91 throw power. So if Caden, if the play breaks down, if the pocket breaks down and he's forced to scramble and do things on the fly, looks like he can do that at a pretty high clip. And welcome to the league, Caden Haskins Jr. And we'll get a quick look at this Fort Worth Rough Riders team that we do play today. They got a brand new subscriber that we're going to be facing off against today. That would be Devin Farage. So shout out at the Devin 2352 in the comments. Devin is 6'3", 220 out of Miami, and look at those Fort Worth Rough Riders uniforms. I'll show them a little bit more when we actually start the game. They got the chrome numbers, and also I can't really see it that well, but the DFW down there on the pants, that is the Dallas Fort Worth area, of course. And looking at Devin's stats, nothing that he really does bad. He is solid across the board. Definitely good in the medium range with that 91 medium accuracy. Play action is good at 93. And then also he can throw under pressure at 94. So just an all-around field general here, Devin. He's also got 83 speed. And he will be looking to disrupt our very, very slim playoff hopes. We are hanging on by a thread, not mathematically out of it yet. Devin is going to be looking to play spoiler to us today. David Montgomery is the running back, Bucky Irving, and Joshua Kelly. So we got the Knuckles of the Sonic and Knuckles, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs combination. Wide receiver, they got Tank Dell as their number 1. Not sure if that's a good thing. Marvin Mims as their number 2. Not sure if that's a good thing. Demario Douglas, Diami Brown, Jonathan Mingo, who was recently traded to the Cowboys. And this Dallas-Fort Worth team here used to be the Cowboys. So there you go. Cade Otton, Jared Wiley, tight ends. Not really a lot of options for Devin to throw to. And offensive line, they got Talise Fuaga as the left tackle, the rookie out of Oregon State. John Runyon out of Michigan is the left guard. Andre James, our center in my Akron Summits franchise, is their center. Christian Haynes is the right guard, and Evan Neal, God, draft bust if I ever saw one. Offensive line is not really that good here for the Fort Worth Rough Riders. Defensively, they got Greg Rousseau. He's a good left end, and Chase Young, pretty good right end. So blitz counter, yes, should be our focus today. Christian Wilkins, also on my team in the Akron Summits franchise. Check that one out too, man. That's my long-form main franchise content. I go through all the pregame stuff. I think you guys will like it if you don't watch it already. Leo Chanel is the left linebacker, so defense is definitely better than their offense, I would say. Shaq Thompson, the vet out of Washington, is the Mike, and Matt Milano is the right outside linebacker. So yeah, their defense is definitely better. The Stephon Gilmore, okay, there you go. Deonte Banks, Caleb Farley also as well, so maybe we're going to be getting sacked and throwing some picks today. Sure hope not, but that could happen. Reed Blankenship is the free safety. Tyler Nubin, rookie out of Minnesota, is the strong safety. They got 2 kickers for whatever reason. Kaimi Fairbairn, always a reliable option. And Jamie Gillen, the Scottish Hammer, going to be putting the ball away today. Not going to go through all the yearly awards, but I figured I would at least update you guys on the MVP race. Caleb Hayes from the Savannah Spirits is still number 1 right now. Mason Buchanan, quarterback in our division of the Eels, is number 4. Dominic Young of the Destroyers is number 6. And Caden Haskins Jr., who just joined today, he took over Deshaun Watson. So I guess Deshaun Watson was having a pretty good season. So Caden, you're already in the MVP race, brother. How about that? And of course, Craig Ray at number 10 of the Albany Argonauts. So that is how the MVP race is shaking up here. We only got a couple weeks left, so you know, one of our subscribers may take home that trophy. But we're heading on down to the DFW Dome in the Dallas-Fort Worth area to take on the Rough Riders for the first time today. And we're going to get a look, if my screen ever loads, thank you, at their uniforms. This is also Sunday night prime time as well. But the Rough Riders, as I mentioned, they got the chrome kind of numbers there and the DFW down there on the pants. Also the Dallas-Fort Worth Rough Riders logo on the helmet. Those are pretty clean, if I do say so myself. And also the aways, pretty much the same, but just obviously pretty much, you know, white. And the alternates are the Fort Worth Trues. I chose the actual colors of the Fort Worth area, so that's pretty slick as well. We'll go ahead and stick with the homes, though. I really, really like that. And if you guys are fired up for this SFL series and you're loving this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 2,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Need those watch hours so I can start making some money. So let the videos play while you're sleeping, whatever the case may be. It would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, guys, let's get on down to the DFW Dome and get ready for the game. J.J. Huntington, I didn't show Offensive Player of the Year, but he might get it. I mean, he leads the SFL in touchdowns, and he's just really having a great season. So, see Bo Nix there, not Bo Nix, our former quarterback. But here come the Terminators entering the DFW Dome. As I mentioned, we are not mathematically out of the playoffs. We definitely have to win out, and we got to get a lot of help from our friends because we would be making the playoffs as an 8-9 team, which is highly improbable, but one game at a time mentality. Let's take care of business today and keep our very slim playoff hopes alive. We will get the ball first on offense, and subscriber quarterback Drew Thompson having a pretty good season. Decent touchdown interception ratio with a little bit over 2-1. And with me behind the sticks, I'll take that. Surprised it's not flipped. You guys know I've been known to throw some interceptions in my time. And gonna see what Jake Powers and Ty Huntington can do as our receivers. We're gonna start out going to David Njoku, our leading receiver on this team. He is brought down by Leo Chanel. And the Chief just continues to be a big impact week in and week out. He is our safety blanket, I would say. Really having a strong season, and I like what I see from Njoku. 2nd and 3 from the 31. They got Chase Young and others on that left side. I have been testing the left side. May not be able to do it today. Oh, Huntington with some space. Telling you, man, I'll look at the full yearly awards next episode for you guys, but I believe our running back JJ Huntington is the front runner for offensive player of the year, and I would say he sure deserves it with all those touchdowns he's been racking up. Now we have a chance to get Jake Powers, our new receiver here, in single coverage, and maybe we're gonna throw up a deep ball to him. He's 6'8". Show me what you got, Jake. Oh, look at Jake Powers making an immediate impact. I knew it with that 6'8" frame. We're going to have fun. Welcome to the league, Jake Powers. We just threw you up a rainbow, and he's able to moss the corner pretty easily. I mean, look at the size disparity there. That's Deonte Banks, and Jake getting this thing all the way down to the 14. Yeah, so glad you decided to join our team, Jake, and I think we're going to have some fun here. Maybe we get Jake in the little shallow cross as well. We're going to go that way, and I think Jake Powers is going to get his first touchdown for joining the league today, already with a deep bomb, moss on Deonte Banks, and now a touchdown. So Jake Powers making an immediate impact. Wow. DeAndre Hopkins who? So DeAndre, that's what happens when you bitch and moan here in the SFL, saying you're not happy, you want touches out of the backfield as a running back. Yeah, you are gone, brother. And now we got a maybe true wide receiver number 1 to go along with our already great subscriber wide receiver Ty Huntington. Yeah, that was a fun opening drive, and if that's a sign of things to come, man, I'll tell you what, it's been rough for us here, but watch out for season number 2 for these Terminators because they could be making some noise. Devin Fry, first time joining the league. He's at 3,000 passing yards, 16 touchdowns to 16 picks. He took over Tua Tagovailoa, was the quarterback here of the Rough Riders, and he was having a rough time, I guess. But Devin Fry looking to flip the script, and again, their season may be over, but looking to make an impact. Season number 2, Silas Vaden! Oh, in the backfield, instantly to drill Devin Fry. Love calling his name, man. He is our defensive captain. Hasn't really got to the backfield too much this season, but if that's a sign of things to come for Silas, I'm telling you, there's a lot to look forward to on this Terminators squad. Yeah, these last 2 weeks, man, this is like a whole different ball club, and I love it. It's a breath of fresh air. That's going to be a give to David Montgomery, who breaks a tackle. Wow, should have been dropped in the backfield. Actually able to pick up some positive yardage, but only able to get it back to the original line of scrimmage after that big sack from Silas Vaden. And let's just pin our ears back, boys, and play some good man coverage. I'm going to use her up on Austin Kringle. Would love to get him some sack. Oh, no. TJ Edwards completely mistimed that. Oh, that sucks. We should have had David Montgomery stop short of the sticks, but whether that was TJ Edwards or me whiffing the tackle, maybe both, ends up being a chain mover. All right, so missed opportunity there. Not going to dwell on it. It is what it is, and just hopefully come back here a little bit stronger. And there's a nice completion wide open to Tank Dell, who again is their wide receiver number 1. I don't think the receiving core really looked that good today, but, with this defense, I know I've been praising them, but they could make a team of 70 rated overalls look good. So it really doesn't matter. Oh, come on, again there. Oh, whoa, we should have had Devin Fry. You got to be kidding me. He fumbled it. That was the craziest play. I don't even know what just happened there. All I know is that Austin Kringle came up with the loose ball. We had a chance to get Fry in the backfield. Somehow he broke a tackle. I got to look at this one again, man. Who was there first? That was Aiden Leslie. Awesome. So Leslie and Kringle, they've been kind of quiet this season, but both of them involved on that play. I think TJ Edwards just like ripped it out of his hands. Don't even know. Or did he just drop it? I have no idea what that animation was. I don't care. All I know is Austin Kringle picks it up. And man, oh man, this Tuscaloosa squad. There's a football just floating in midair too. This Tuscaloosa squad is playing with some renewed energy. Okay, so set up here with great field position, almost at the DFW logo there. This one is starting out great, but, can't take our foot off the gas, cannot rest on our laurels because we know teams can turn it around in a heartbeat. Huntington looking for some blockers. They are not really there, and he is going to be brought down there pretty quick by Matt Milano, the superstar X Factor. And coaches calling this shallow crosser again. This is how Jake Powers scored his first touchdown. So maybe he can pick up some good yards on this one again. I'm definitely going to be looking his way. Powers making an immediate impact. Already 3 catches in this one, and that's going to make it 3rd and 4. Now, we could have Powers again, single coverage, but probably just pick up the, hopefully the guaranteed first down with David Njoku. Man, this receiving core is about to be awesome. David Njoku, Jake Powers, Ty Huntington, Tyler Boyd even. And, we're a 91 rated overall team, I believe. Hopefully we can start playing like it because we haven't. We haven't so far this season. And to all my fellow subscribers on the Terminators, all I'm saying is just be patient. We are about to arrive here. Tyler Boyd. Oh, look at Powers throwing good blocks with that 6'8" frame. And Drew Thompson already at 102 yards, and we still got 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the boys here. Ball is on the 17. We're going to go a little play action, and maybe, Njoku's wide open. Come on, get it there. Drew Thompson had a guaranteed touchdown, but he overthrew it a little bit. Njoku was wide open in that corner. Coach is saying TE angle. You guys know I'm very passionate about this play. This is usually a David Njoku catch on this Texas route, but we'll see how it develops here. Yeah, baby, Njoku couldn't get the touchdown on that corner route, but he is able to make up for it there. And we are going to be going up 2 scores here in the first quarter, playing some really, really good football. Also, look at that end zone, man. I absolutely love this Fort Worth Rough Riders squad. And again, let me make this extra point first. So hang on one sec. That one should be good from Corey Booter. But check out, for some reason, if you search the download center with my username, I've tried this like 6 times. It will not come up. CJ_Smallz 330 is my PSN, but it doesn't come up. I don't know why. But you can, go check out the first video in this playlist, and it's got all the teams. If you search them by team name, they most definitely will come up. And give them a look. I put tons of hard work into it, and I'm pretty impressed with the results. All right, D, let's keep this intensity here. Going to use her up on TJ Huntington, our linebacker, since they got a fullback in. David Montgomery. He's running with some purpose. Subscriber, safety, Brandon Moore able to get him down, but he's got 23 yards on his first 2 attempts. So if nothing else, the running game looks like it may be clicking here for the Rough Riders. So fresh set of downs now for new subscriber Devin Fry. He's going to not give it to Montgomery. Going to be a play fake. And there's another sack. That is Aiden Leslie. Is that Leslie or Kringle? I always get those two mixed up. That is Aiden Leslie. Shout out Aiden the dog in the comments. Our defensive line has had some trouble this year, but Aiden Leslie, Austin Kringle, and Silas Vaden, they are trying to change the narrative, and so far doing a really good job putting the pressure on Devin Fry. Still got 11 yards to go, so hopefully We can force a punt again, and Devin Fry going to come out empty backfield, so obvious passing situation. He is going to check it down to Demario Douglas, but well short of the line to gain, and that is going to bring out the Scottish Hammer, Jamie Gillen. We'll see if he punts this before the end of the first, but regardless if he does or if he doesn't, it's been a thing of beauty to watch this Tuscaloosa squad here in the first quarter. Jaden Taylor tried to shake him in. He's drilled backwards, but that is going to wrap up quarter number 1. Offense playing great, defense playing great. You know, this Rough Riders squad, they are having a rough season at 4-10, but typically speaking, it doesn't matter what the opposing team's record is. We haven't won that many games, only 5. Even though Jake Powers is not in single coverage, he is getting pressed. So I'm going to try to go his way again. He can moss people. Come on, Jake. Yes! Jake freaking Powers. He's going to be just so fun to throw the ball to. Big number 18. Jake, if you are watching right now, throw something down there in the comments. Talk that smack, because so far you are backing it up and then some. All right, going to put it in the hands of J.J. Huntington. Got a nice little hole there, so hopefully he can pick up 2 yards. He is going to pick it up and then some. Wow. All right, man, this is what I'm talking about. We are probably already in Corey Booter field goal range. Now, are we in CJ Smallz field goal range? Jury's out on that one. I'm not a good kicker, as you guys know. But, yeah, man, it would just be so nice to beat the brakes off a team here in the SFL, because it just never really seems to happen. Huntington with room to the outside. Hawked down there by Matt Milano, but not before he did pick up a nice pickup of 9. 2nd and 1 from the 25. We're going TE attack. Coach did call it as well. And can I scramble out there? Oh, look at Drew Thompson throw on the run to David Njoku. 2nd touchdown of the game. So he's got 2. Powers has 1. And that was not an easy throw by Thompson. He was throwing on the run, cross body. He was turned around, and he still threw a dart to Njoku. And David did find the beautiful end zone that the Fort Worth Rough Riders have here. And I mean, 21-0. This is not how Tuscaloosa football usually goes for me. So, you know, still a lot of game left to go. But what do they say on the good old playground? 21-0 blowout, right? I don't know. So far, the Rough Riders haven't had an answer for us on offense or defense. And we'll see if they can change that here on this drive. And this is also, like, again, if you guys, you know, any of my SFL OGs, you know, I know a lot of people probably just skip to the end and check out their subscriber stats, which is fine. That's totally okay. But for those who actually sit and watch the gameplay week in and week out, you would know that, like, we allow quarterbacks to have perfect passer ratings. Like, it's happened probably 3 or 4 times. And quarterbacks, especially the subscriber ones, they just carve us up like a Thanksgiving turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, too. That was yesterday as I record this. So this is uncharted territory for us. Like, we don't really ever see quarterbacks struggle against this team. So far, Devin Fry is having a tough time against this Tuscaloosa defense. He's coming out empty now, changing the play. We're not going to change the play. We're going to stay true to what we called. Man coverage seems to have worked pretty well. And, oh, Fry's got a wide open tight end there. Cade Otten tried to tackle him, man, but Cade Otten pushes his way forward. And signs of life here for a struggling Rough Riders squad. So this is definitely Fort Worth's best drive here. They got it pretty much to midfield, and there's good defense. That was Roquan Smith, okay? So Cade Otten was not able to haul that in, and Roquan Smith, he's up there in the voting for best linebacker. I don't think defensive player of the year, but he just continues to have good games week in and week out. Fry scrambling. He is going to find the backup tight end there, John Bates, actually the 3rd string tight end. So didn't expect to see the 4-year man from Boise State hitting too many targets, but got a nice one there. And we got a chance to force a Kaimi Fairbairn field goal. Let's see if we can do that, or we'll see if Fry and the boys pick it up. We had a chance on Montgomery, and I don't know what I was doing with Xavier Woods. Shouldn't have usured up on him. But nice run there by Montgomery, and Fort Worth now has it to the 16-yard line. All right, come on, D. Don't let him back into this thing here. Let's have Kringle just play some coverage. Jaden Taylor with blanket coverage, but does not matter. The catch was still made there by number 19, Marvin Mims Jr., and the Rough Riders are 1 yard away from picking this up. Second quarter winding down, and got to be careful because they also will get the ball after halftime, so don't want to let them double dip or anything. Come on, man. It was Austin Kringle or Silas Vaden. I couldn't tell. One of our subscriber defenders there was almost able to get another sack, but Devin Fry was able to slip away. And on 3rd and 1 here, let's send pressure, and let's also press up with the line. Maybe Silas Vaden can get back here and get to Fry. Fry looking, he's running. Where's he going to go? He had a receiver there. I believe that was Marvin Mims, but the defense from Jaden Taylor was too much to overcome, and they actually are going to force a field goal. Wow. What a win by our defense. True bend but don't break mentality. I love it. And we'll see if Fairbairn is able to boot this thing through. Of course he will on the chip shot field goal. And we'll see if our boys can go down here and score again before halftime. Rushing TD leaders, there it is. J.J. Huntington, number 1. Daniel Banks of the Spirits, number 2. And then also Bobby Donuts, Superstar X Factor and channel member, was also up there as well. So we got all 3 timeouts. Got the 2-minute warning still in our pocket, so we're in a really, really good situation here. Don't need to, be trying to play hero ball or anything. We'll just at least start out on the ground with Huntington. He should be able to eat on this left side, you would think, and he is. And look at Powers throwing the blocks. Jake freaking Powers. Welcome to the SFL, and welcome to the Tuscaloosa Terminators. I do see the Powers press, but we're just going to go screen pass to Huntington. Kind of want to kill some of this clock. And Huntington, oh, nice juke. Wow. Dude, I am loving this Tuscaloosa squad today, man. And like I said, if you're on this team, stay with me. I know season number 1 has been a little rough, but it's looking like we're starting to figure things out here at the end of the season. And like I said, could still make the playoffs, Probably not going to happen, but at least we're playing meaningful football. Like, these games do mean something. Now, Jake Powers could be my first read. We're going to give it to him. Oh, that was good defense there. That was almost an interception by Deontay Banks. Nice bat down by him. Not going to call a timeout yet either because I want this clock to tick down a little bit, and we should be able to pick this up. I'm going to go draw play, as a matter of fact. I got to snap this ball, I realize, but I feel like draw play is a good thing to call in this situation, and we were able to pick this up earlier with Huntington, so maybe we can do the same, and we are. Go ahead and call a timeout now, but J.J. Huntington is running with force and with purpose today, and I'm McDonald's freaking loving it. 24 seconds to go. Ball is on the 24-yard line, and will we have 24 points going into the locker room, or will we have 28? Definitely hoping for 28, of course. Njoku open again. Gonna almost pick up the first down. 2nd and inches, as a matter of fact. And we will go ahead and call timeout number 2. Now, I would love it if that nickel corner over there blitzes and we can get Huntington. Of course, he's not gonna. So we'll just go underneath to Tyler Boyd. And I'm going to call a timeout here. 12 seconds, though. This has got to go to the end zone. Cannot get tackled inbounds. And I almost want to kick a field goal, but I'm not gonna. But got to make sure we don't take a sack here. That would be tragic. I think, actually, we should have J.J. Huntington block. I'm looking for, let's put Powers on a slant. That might get open. If not, I'm looking for Huntington or Njoku on the drag. It's Huntington. There we go. 4 touchdowns by Drew Thompson. Jake Powers, subscriber, has 1. Ty Huntington, subscriber, has 1. And, of course, the Chief, David Njoku, has 2. And what a first half of football. About to go up 28-3 if I don't miss this. That's always a possibility, but Corey Booter is going to be true. And what a fun, exciting first half, hoping to replicate this energy in the second half of this contest. So a rough first half here for new subscriber Devin Fry, but good news is for him, there's a whole second half to go, and second half comebacks are a thing. We've definitely witnessed that here on this series, going against us numerous times. but you can't be upset with what you've seen from the Terminators here in half number 1. Are they going to show me some stats here? They sometimes don't. Sometimes it's Chicago versus Chicago. Would love to see some subscriber stats. There we go. So Akron Summits and Edmonton Coyotes, a new subscriber. Haskins Jr. playing good and kind of outdueling the likes of Dragon, Zetron. So 14-8 was the score there. Edmonton versus the Summits. Topeka Silverbacks trying to fight for their playoff lives, and they are going to drop to the Montana Mountain Lions. So McDonald's 10-piece gets the better of subscriber QB Kyrie Brooks. And you take a look at some of the games around the league here. We'll definitely recap that at the end of the episode. But I'm telling you, man, go check out the first video in this playlist. Check out these teams, download them. I am very, very pleased with how they turned out. David Montgomery has pretty much been the offense. Passing game kind of non-existent for Fort Worth, and new subscriber Devin Fry gonna look to flip the narrative there and get his boys back into this contest. Of course, we're gonna look to do the opposite. So Fry starting out pistol, and we got more pressure there, and just gonna have to throw it away. I am very impressed with this defensive line. Unfortunately, haven't been able to say that too much this season because it's been a rough showing for the boys. But Aiden Leslie, Austin Kringle, and of course Silas Vaden, they are really locked in these past couple of weeks, doing a lot of good things. And Fry gonna roll out again, and that's actually caught. Wow, heck of a catch there. Thought that was gonna be incomplete. And Fry and the boys now have a 3rd and 4. All right, come on, Terminators. Let's get them off the field here. I'm gonna have kind of user up on TJ Edwards here. Fry gonna complete the pass. Wow. That is Marvin Mims Jr., their wide receiver number 2. Jaden Taylor, our subscriber corner, is there to make the tackle. Would love. Now, if we could get a couple picks, even one pick in this game, that would just be the icing on the cake, man. It's already been a great showing, but a couple INTs. Oh, right on cue. You got to be kidding me. It's Roquan Smith. I can't even believe that. You couldn't have drawn that thing up better. Oh, wow. I literally just said the only thing that would have been better is if that would have been a subscriber defender getting the pick. But Roquan Smith, potential defensive player of the year, just completely jumped that route. He was looking for tight end Cade Otton. And I mean, that may have even just put this game out of reach in the 3rd quarter. I mean, it's, technically not, but it would be a very steep mountain to climb for the Rough Riders. And how about this Tuscaloosa Terminator squad, man? Yeah, this is the most fun. It's already a fun series, but, not going to lie, man. Losing week in and week out, having teams put up 40 bombs on you, it can be a little demoralizing. And this is easily the most fun that I've had so far in this series. I'm sorry, Devin, that it's at the expense of you. But, hey, it's okay, man. You got a whole season number 2's coming up here. Teams that haven't played so good this year are going to be looking to make a comeback next season. But, yeah, as far as me personally, this is the most fun I've had in this series by a landslide. Like, it's not even close. And still got a lot of football left to go, too. So we could be making a lot of significant cuts in the editing depending on how this contest goes. That's Marvin Mims, who's been busy, picking up a pretty good gain of 9 there. Go ahead and go press with the blitz here, but this will probably be a run to Montgomery, at least you would think. No, it's a play fake, and wide open there is Marvin Mims, who, he and David Montgomery have been the offense today for sure. So I would say this is probably Fort Worth's, really only their 2nd good drive of the contest. They had that one that resulted in a field goal, and guess what? It's Marvin Mims. Why would it not be? It's like his freaking 33rd catch of the game today. Not really. That would be rather impossible, but it seems like it anyways. And how about we go blitz again? Strong safety blitz. So we're going to have Brandon Moore, subscriber, kind of come down here. And there's Montgomery again. Had a chance to tackle him multiple times. And the forward progress actually says he does pick up a 1st down. So Fort Worth is moving here. Let's see maybe if we can hold him to another field goal. That would be awesome. And chance for a pick. Oh, it's Tank Dell. That was a dot by Devin Fry. So it's good to see that. Always love my subscribers. If you guys are watching, as much as I want to win these games, and trust me, I do, I want you to see your subscriber do good and, put up good numbers. So I would say, we got a comfortable lead, so I'm happy that that was a touchdown there by Fry. But we're going to go to work back on offense and look to run this score up a little bit more. See if we can expose this left side with Huntington. That has been his bread and butter, but we got to watch Chase Young and others over there, and it was Chase Young, as a matter of fact. Big number 99. Kind of surprised he still has superstar development. I mean, Chase is very good, but I would say, his career hasn't panned out the way that I'm sure a lot of people thought that it would. Now, it has been plagued with injuries too, so it's not all Chase Young's fault. But yeah, he's just not, the perennial edge rusher that you thought he would be. And I mean, J.J. Huntington is doing some work out here, averaging 7.3 yards per carry on 10 rushes. And no surprise, we're going to go back to Huntington here. Let's motion over his brother, Ty Huntington. We got 3 Huntington brothers on this team, as a matter of fact. And got to snap this ball. I'm trying to ID up the proper player as the Mike Huntington. Nice cut. I mean, hey, gain of 6, I will certainly take it. That is good positive yards, and that puts Mr. Huntington now at 80 yards. So definitely looking for that century mark game here. He's had that a couple times in this season. I kind of want to streak Tyler Boyd, but no, we're going to stay on the ground here, do a little half slide to the left, and see if Huntington can pick this up, room up the middle. And of course he does. Matt Milano not able to make the tackle. And we will let this thing tick down to the end of the third. 35-10, Tuscaloosa is on top in what's been a fun and exciting game. And I want to keep running the score up, man. I want to put up a 40 bomb at least. Haven't been able to do that in quite some time. Usually it's the other team doing that again. And you get a look at the DFW Dome here. Very, very fond of this field, very fond of this team. And I hope that you guys are as well. So 1st and 10 here, balls on the 27. We're looking at Tyler Boyd on the RPO. Needed a block there. We weren't able to get it. That was Ty Huntington's responsibility and did not materialize. So a little bit of adversity here. Haven't really been faced with that too much. It is 3rd and 10. And we are looking to pick this up with Njoku. And that, oh, God. Oh, I don't know how that wasn't picked by Shaq Thompson. I've been on a decent little streak here of not throwing interceptions, and that one was almost in jeopardy there. So we'll see if Corey Booter can boot this thing through the uprights. That one should be good and right down the middle. So we do extend our lead, not at that 40 bomb, though, that I was looking for. But still, we're up 4 scores here in the 4th quarter, and we're going to pretty much be on cruise control in this one. Got him in a big 3rd down here. Let's see if we can. I'm assuming they would just punt it. I don't think they would go for it because it's like the contest is kind of over, and Fry's going to run and wisely slide there. He's taking some shots today. Also coughed up the football on a fumble, so good job sliding. And he is able to keep the desperation drive alive here for the Rough Riders. He's coming out shotgun now with Montgomery to his right. And right in the middle is Marvin Mims for his 73rd catch of the contest. Devin Fry moving the ball downfield on this drive. Now, granted, we are just kind of playing soft coverage, nothing crazy, not trying to allow the big play. Roquan Smith just power bombs Tank Dell. But still, if nothing else, Devin Fry kind of running his stats up a little bit, so it will look a little bit better at the end of the contest. And, I kind of hope, I'm not going to let him score, but I kind of hope that Fry scores. Wow, a run to Montgomery. We missed about 32 tackles on that one. Actually, no, that would be impossible. But, yeah, I kind of hope Devin Fry scores. I want him to get a touchdown. Want him to get positive on that touchdown-interception ratio, which he's 1-1 today, so a touchdown here. He was also 1-1 on the season as well. And Montgomery might score. He's going to get very close. 1st and goal from the 2. Tell you what, we're going to guess run up the middle, and if it's not a run, it's a run to the outside, though, and I had a chance with T.J. Huntington, and I missed it. So Fry not going to score, but Montgomery does, and going to make the scoreboard look a little bit more respectable. I doubt they would go onside kick. I mean, I guess we'll have to be ready for it just in case they do, but, game pretty much over here. It's a 21-point game, I believe. Not good at mental math, but I think that's what it is. 21. Okay, there we go. Will they go onside kick, though? They actually are. Okay, so got to get the hands team out here. Don't want to give them any life because 4 minutes still, decent amount of time left to go, and that is going to be scooped up there by receiver Tim Patrick, and that should just about do it here from the DFW Dome. J.J. Huntington over 100 yards now after that nice pickup. He's at 15 for 101. No touchdowns though, but he's got enough of those on the season, so it's actually nice to get some passing touchdowns to our subscribers. And I really want to score a 40 bomb on this one, so I am definitely going to try to do that. We'll snap this thing here and see if Huntington, maybe he will get a touchdown, right? That would be awesome. That's actually my goal. Get J.J. Huntington a touchdown, and there it is. Right on cue, putting up that 40 bomb, 44-17, and what a just all-around amazing performance by the Terminators. Best game we've played all season, not even a contest, and hopefully this final score will, in fact, be 45-17. And I'm just ecstatic, and I hope that you guys are too. All my subs on this Tuscaloosa squad. GG's, gentlemen. Another sack! Look at that. It's Silas Vaden, his second sack of the contest. He wants to hear it from this crowd. They're not going to be giving him any praise or applause, but I sure am. And I know Vaden has a sack. Leslie, I think, has a sack. One of them, Kringle, maybe has the pickup on the fumble, and could have been a pick there from Brandon Moore, but it is so good when our defense finally gets it put together, and that was a turnover on downs, so nothing left to do now but run out this clock. And what a fabulous showing from all sides of the ball, offense and defense. It's a thing of beauty, man. What a amazing game. 45-17 is your final score. And we got a lot of good things to highlight in this contest here. So we'll take a look at the quarterback stats so far. Drew Thompson, almost a perfect rating, 151.3. He went 21 for 26, 281 yards, 80% completion, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Devin Fry, kind of a tough day at the office. He went 19 for 28, 193 yards, and a 67% completion, 1 touchdown to 1 pick. And as far as rushing, we did in fact get over that century mark with J.J. Huntington and got him a touchdown. So he had 117 yards, averaging 6.5 on the ground. And Montgomery actually averaged more, but they kind of had to go away from him as the scoreboard got, favorable to us. But he averaged 8.2 yards in this game. Receiving, the Chief always has good games here. He went 8 for 94, 2 touchdowns, and Marvin Mims only had 6 catches. I thought it was much more than that. But Jake Powers, welcome to the league, 4 for 99 and a touchdown. That is a thing of beauty. J.J. Huntington went 4 for 52, no touchdowns, but still through the air. I mean, Ty Huntington 2 for 11, but he did have a score, so that is awesome to see. And the defense of the Terminators, I mean, just so much to talk about here. Jaden Taylor had 2 tackles. Brandon Moore, Jaden, the disrespect is real, 8 tackles. My apologies. Brandon Moore had 6 in a TFL. Silas Vaden with 2 sacks, 2 TFLs. Of course, those TFLs count as sacks, and also a pass deflection. So what a game by Silas. That's awesome to see. TJ Huntington had 2 tackles. And let's see, Aiden Leslie had a sack. Yes, a sack from Aiden Leslie, a TFL. And Austin Kringle, he was the one that picked up that's a fumble from Devin Fry, I believe. And then also Amari Taylor with 7 tackles. So what a game. What a game. And let's go check out the rest of the subscriber stats here around the league. Jake Powers with 4 upgrades too. I think when you change a player or edit them or move them, to a different player, I think they just come with upgrades already. And I mean, kind of crazy, but with the 4 upgrades, Jake's playing up to an 88. I made him as an 84, same as Ty Huntington. But all those upgrades, man, that gets him up to an 88. So, he is going to be dominant. And, of course, halfback J.J. Huntington gets an upgrade. And we will go elusive back. He's playing up to an 89. So, just superstars in the making here on this Tuscaloosa squad. It's kind of crazy. But you know what? I'm here for it. And look at that. Drew Thompson does win NFC Offensive Player of the Year for his performance. That is awesome. And of course, we'll check out the playoff standings and everything next episode. But just getting a look at the games around the league, let's check and see who got the better of who. So week 16, Edmonton Coyotes do dispatch the Akron Summits, and a new quarterback subscriber, Caden Haskins Jr., gets a victory in his first game. Low scoring game, not a lot of yards. He went 114 yards for a touchdown, but no interceptions. And then Dragon Zetron had 202. As far as the rushing stats here, Caden Haskins 4 for 18, and he also had a touchdown on the ground. So that's nice to see. Dragon Zetron went 4 for 15. And of course, receiving for Timmy Winfield, not the best game in the world, 3 for 21, but his Coyotes do get a nice win. Yeah, Topeka Silverbacks drop to the Montana Mountain Lions. It's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs. McDonald's 10-piece served it up hot today, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns and no picks. Kyrie Brooks went 188, a touchdown, but he also had an interception too, so that kind of sucks. McDonald's 10-piece went 8 for 20, no touchdowns on the ground, but still pretty good. And Kyrie Brooks went 4 for 11. Receiving, Puka Nacua had a great game, but Gavin Goat of the Mountain Lions, 7 for 74, and Christian Bangle went 4 for 54. So nice to see the subscribers getting involved. And then defensively for the Mountain Lions, King Lay, the safety, had 6 tackles, no picks, no interceptions, but he was all over the field, and the Montana Mountain Lions pick up an impressive win. Jersey Shore D's just keep piling on the victories. They are definitely playoff bound and probably first round bye bound, as a matter of fact. Checking out the receiving stats, Tommy Pickle traded to the D's per your request from the Rochester Rebels, had a great game. In your first game with the D's here, he went 7 for 78, but look at tight end Jesse Moore putting in the work. Score More is his nickname, as he had 2 scores on 7 for 69. So great contest from Jesse Moore. And of course, subscriber corner Aiden Grau. He went 2 tackles, so no big time plays, but another great, impressive win for the D's. Wow, the Albany Argonauts beat the Savannah Spirits. Savannah Spirits are the best team in the SFL. So the Argonauts are also playoff bound as well. And Craig Ray, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And Caleb Hayes probably had his worst game of the season. He's, again, front runner for MVP, but not in this game. 206 through the air, 2 touchdowns, but 3 crucial interceptions. And running, Daniel Banks went 13 for 68. Bobby Donuts went 19 for 65, but he did have a score in there as well. Caleb Hayes ran for 5 for 24, and Craig Ray ran 3 for 8. Receiving, there's lots of subscribers here on the Spirits. So Dallas Bolton went 3 for 49. Where's everybody at here? Yeah, DeAndre Smith went 5 for 42. Usually they're at the top, so it's usually easy to find them. Not so much in this game. George Smith went 2 for 21. Bobby Donuts caught 2 passes for 7. And Daniel Banks caught a pass for 5. Defensively for the Spirits, Cam O'Shea, who's having a great season in that middle linebacker role, he had 5 tackles and nothing else, unfortunately. Jackson Prime had 4 tackles and also a half a sack from his corner role, so that's pretty good to see. Jaden Hayes had 2 tackles, nothing else there. Eli Acro had 1 tackle. So a tough loss for the Spirits, and nice win by the Albany Argonauts. Grand Rapids Lightning to Milwaukee Motors have won 1 game on the season. Luckily for them, there's no subscribers on that team because they are having a tough time with Derek Carr. But Lucas Spicer, 150 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. So again, kind of a low scoring game here. He went 4 for 8 on the ground. And receiving, we got Floyd Butler, 2 for 31. So, again, not a lot scoring wise and yardage wise, but the Grand Rapids Lightning are a playoff team, so a nice win to help solidify that for them. And what in the world is going on with the Boulder Rockies, man? They were tied with the Spirits at one point for best record in the SFL, but they are on like a 4-game losing streak, I want to say. So if they're not careful, they'll be out of the playoffs. But Lucas Thomas, a lot of low-scoring, low-yardage games this week in Week 16. Very interesting. But Lucas Thomas went 136 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. So tough day at the office for him. He also ran 5 for 28, and receiving, Austin Lucas only 2 for 32. So the Boulder Rockies gotta turn it around. They were one of the best teams in the SFL. I'm confident they'll do it, but a rough loss from them to the Memphis Suns. Rochester Rebels lose a close one to the St. Louis Sentinels. So here's a high-scoring game here, and Tommy Pickle no longer on this team, so nothing to highlight for the Rebels, but a really good passing game from Ashton Saber, almost perfect quarterback rating, similar to the stats of Drew Thompson. He went 271, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. So nice win by the Sentinels. Roswell Revolution beat the North Carolina Flyers. They're having a tough time. We play them next episode, and they are in our division. Alex Thompson played okay, though. 315 through the air, so lots of yards. Only 1 touchdown, also an interception as well. So that is kind of rough. He ran for a touchdown, though, 5 for 17. So a nice job there. And as far as subscriber receivers, we got BT Taylor. He went 2 for 36 and also had a score in there as well. So nice to see that. And then defensively, Jameer Juice, he was all over the field with 9 tackles, also a big pass deflection. So nice win by the Roswell Revolution. Another tough loss from the Sharks, and they're another team. They got to be careful because they're on the verge of being out of the playoffs, so they got to put some wins together. Dominic Young, 176 yards, but 3 touchdowns. So that's awesome to see. He also ran 5 for 22. Alexander Kleblek had a rush for 3 yards as well. Receiving, Kleblek had a very good game, 5 for 62 and a big touchdown. So that is awesome to see from him. And then defensively on the Sharks, we got several subscribers here. We got Superstar X Factor subscriber Blake Miser had a really good game. 2 TFLs and a sack to go along with 3 tackles, but was not enough to overcome the Destroyers. And Billy Bob Joe had 2 tackles to add in there as well. So tough loss from the Sharks, but a nice win by the Destroyers. Salem Steelhawks get a much needed victory over the Toronto Thunderbirds. They were kind of teetering on the playoff range as well. They're in it as of right now. Good game from Cameron Moore, 264 through the air and a touchdown. And Jordan Baker only 184 yards. He had a touchdown though as well. Ian Taylor CO, 19 for 53. He's having a very good season. Cameron Moore rushed for 21 yards, and Jordan Baker rushed for 13 yards. And then receiving-wise, we got Ian Taylor CO, the running back, went 3 for 22. And tight end Joe Uno had 1 catch for 18 yards. Defensively, though, we got a couple subscribers here on the Steelhawks. Where are they at? Those Wascally Rabbits. Daniel THG had 3 tackles and nothing else. Not Oreo had 3 tackles and a sack, so that's good to see. And then It's Oreo had 2 tackles and a TFL, so a much needed win there by the Salem Steelhawks. Las Vegas Jacks get a good win over the St. Petersburg Manatees, and we got subscriber Chase Kaiser had a decent game. I mean, no touchdowns, no picks, but 200 yards, and at the end of the day, it's the score that matters. I always say that's the most important stat line. So, and he also had 8 for 34 on the ground. So nice win by Chase Kaiser and the Jacks. San Jose Industrials get a nice win over the Kissimmee Crocs. We just added a subscriber to the Crocs today, and Drake May was able to outduel Patrick Mahomes. Said nobody ever until today. So yeah, that was a tough one. But Yeezy Fuentes, wow, MVP level performance. 8 catches, 121 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Great game for Yeezy, SFL OG, so always love to see him have a good game. And new subscriber Blake Altenhofen went 3 for 53. So nice to see him get good action in his first contest here. And then also subscriber Josh Pickney had 5 tackles. So a nice, impressive win by the Industrials. And of course, our game. Already showed you guys the stats, but that's a thing of beauty, 45-17 win. Finally, we got the Oklahoma City Eels, who we play in the last game of the season. They lost to the Dakota Pronghorns. So Mason Buchanan continuing his MVP caliber season, though. 254 through the air, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, but was not enough to overcome JJ McCarthy and also Caleb King of the Dakota Pronghorns. King had 14 for 60, so that's pretty good for him. And then also, let's see, who else is on the Eels? Graham Briner, 7 for 20, but as we know, he is a receiving back, so I bet you he's in here. Not really, only 1 catch for 4 yards. Wow. Caleb King had 3 for 20, but nice win by the Pronghorns as they dispatch the OKC Eels. So next episode, guys, I will go over the playoff picture, so make sure you tune in. We're going to see who's in and who's out as of right now. And again, if we win our last 2 games, maybe we can make the playoffs at 8-9. It's a long shot, but hey, at least we got something to play for. But that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.